So if you just use a medkit instead of your heal drone, you're gonna heal up a little bit. Use a syringe or shield cell, man! Hey, what's up YouTube? Let's chill out for a second because I'm making this video in response to my last video, which was just a short on whether or not Lifeline should actually use a medkit or her drone. Now, I know the obvious answer is probably not in most cases, but I still believe there are some situations where it may be useful, and we're going to cover that in this guide today on how to play Lifeline in a different way than you've probably been thinking about. Now, that video got a ton of comments, ton of engagement and views, and quite a lot of likes versus dislikes, to be fair, but the conversation was definitely rife with debate. There was a little bit of tension going on, but I actually really appreciate that none of it was extremely personal. Nobody was telling me to go die or to give up a life or anything, so I really respect that. And actually one or two comments were really sensible and we had actual mature grown up conversation. Others were not so much, but here we go. This is YouTube. So today I have finally plucked up the courage to make a full character legend video, and we're going to start off with Lifeline because of the aforementioned video, and I hope it actually makes you think about things a little bit differently. Probably won't, but if you've got some ideas, I'd love to hear them down below as well. So make sure you comment, make sure you like, subscribe as well if you want to see some other videos. So I've got loads of Splitgate stuff as well if you're kind of into that, and it's a great alternative to Apex Legends. But we're going to kick things off with Lifeline's kit, and it's actually a really awesome sounding kit. She was one of the original legends way back in season 0, and she had a lot of popularity because she was the only legend that was a true support legend that could heal your teammates and really help out your teammates, which Apex Legends has always claimed to be a team-based game. So if that's not for you, this is definitely a good legend for you. Now, her passive is something that has changed quite a lot since Season 0. It's had a couple of reworks, and it went from being a fast heal to being a free revive shield every time you revive somebody. Then it was like a revive shield where you didn't need to be next to the person. The drone would do the revive for you, and you could do that for more than one of your teammates. I think that's still a thing actually, but they have removed the revive shield. You start the revive and then you can back off into cover, or you can defend your teammates, or you can go and grab your other teammates as well. So she's the only legend that can do that, making her the one that should not be a kind of frag legend. Maybe you should hang back and think about your team a bit more, and maybe keeping yourself alive, because if you go down, that's going to put your team at a bit of a disadvantage, and the other team is more likely to push because they don't want your teammates to get the lifeline back up again. So the passive is strong, but don't be the fragger so that you go down first, otherwise your passive is going to be pointless. So let's move on to that drone that does this amazing thing. This is the DOC drone. This is the drone of compassion, and absolutely one of the best names is the Doc. It kind of looks like a turtle. I love that it also gets called the turtle. That it's really super cute and one of the more fun things about Apex Legends. So base stats are that you start it off and it will immediately starts the cooldown. That's really important to remember because that starts 45 seconds as a cooldown, which sounds like a really long time, and it's definitely one of the longest tactical ability cooldowns in the game. However, that will start healing you the moment you drop it, and it lasts for about 20 seconds, meaning the cooldown is really more like 25 seconds because you will be standing there getting the heal, getting the benefit from the drone, using the ability. For example, in comparison to your other ways of healing in the game, the Phoenix kit is a full 10 seconds, the med kit is about 8 seconds, the shield battery is about 6 or 7 seconds, and then the syringe is like 2 seconds, and the shield cell is about 2 seconds. So it's basically like having enough time to pop off 2 Phoenix kits, but of course the drone heals you anyway, so I know your focus is going to be more on what else you can do. So you obviously can use the shield, you can use the shield battery, which will give you the same effect of a Phoenix kit in less time, because you've only got to worry about the shield bat popping off while you're being healed by the drone. And the other thing, of course, is you can stack it with the syringe to maybe speed up that health heal if you've already got full shields, or if you just need a little shield health, if you just shield swap to a damaged shield after you've just won a fight and that third party's coming in, you can drop the drone to heal your health, and then you can just grab a shield cell. Now, there are rare occasions where the medkit could be handy, and this is where my previous video just went horribly wrong, and I kind of made the drone kind of sound like it really wasn't worth using, but my point was really just, I know a lot of people don't carry medkits as lifelines, and that's fair enough. But, you know, it's not something to be completely slept on because, like I said, you have a 25-second cooldown. If you've used your drone and you get third-partied and you get beamed, it's nice to have something like a medkit to be able to heal up while you're waiting for that cooldown. And also, you might need to use the drone for your teammates instead of healing yourself. And if you do that and then you get attacked, then you've already used the drone for your teammates instead of yourself, and you need another way of healing. So that's kind of the only time you might need a mid kit. You're never really going to carry more than one, maybe two, just because they stack. But your focus is definitely going to be like shield bats most of the time. And if you obviously have gold armor, that's going to be a huge difference, because then you can use syringes, which are going to heal you up pretty damn fast. I mean, you could throw the drone down, but you're probably going to use the drone for maybe 5 seconds in total if you're using a syringe at the same time. So again, it's worth thinking about when is the right time to use the drone. Obviously, the worst time to use the drone is going to be way out in the open. Like, you're just running, rotating, you think, oh no, I need to heal, and you just drop it and you sit there. That you're just a sitting duck. You've got this lovely glowing little light going, hey guys, she's over here. That you're gonna die if you do that. So obviously, like most abilities apart from Gibraltar's Dome or possibly Watson's Generator, you want to use it in cover. It can be used as like a crouch strafe, tiny bit of cover, but again, it's only gonna last 20 seconds and you have to be crouch strafing to do that. So, and it's not what it's intended to be for, really. So that's a really kind of niche part as well. It might win you a fight occasionally, but you're not going to be doing that a lot of the time. It's definitely a much safer and better idea to run to cover, then use the drone, and then fight from there. Maybe poke, maybe prevent a push. Maybe your teammates are a Gibraltar or a Watson that can also help forge up your building or the open sort of wall area that you've managed to find. Rampart is obviously another good one to combo with this, because you can fight back through her walls as well as heal your own self with the drone as well if you need to. So that's another good time as well. Walls, really great for the drone. Buildings, great for the drone. Wide open space, not so great for the drone. One thing you can use a bit more out in the open if you're worried though, of course, is the ultimate. So we'll grab the ultimate here, and basically what it does is brings down a care package, as we discussed before, and it's a bit like having your own free one you see in the game, except it will not have any care package weapons. But what it does do for you is it is a permanent structure that cannot be destroyed. So, a bit like Pathfinder zip lines, you cannot just destroy them with nades, or you can't shoot them and destroy them, or Rampart's walls you can destroy, this you can't. And as you can see, it's pretty large actually as an item, especially if you're on a door side or a compartment side. If you're on the edge or the corner, not so much, but if you're on the side, it's quite wide. And you can use it to crouch, peek out of, and use it like a wall. So that's one that actually the more less talked about advantages of it, plus the fact it's a wall that gives you loot as well as your team. And actually, if you can put down maybe one or two, if you've got some ultimate accelerants, or if you're holding up an area for a while and then it builds up and you can reuse it because maybe you've got the gold helmet, that is a good time to maybe pop another one down. But you could end up with this situation where you can sort of strafe from either side. You could put a rampart wall in the middle here as well and basically make a building out of these structures. So that's a really good idea to bear in mind. It also means you've got cover to revive your teammates. You can put your drone behind there and just kind of poke out and, come in here, tap people, and you can still get healed up by the drone. It's protected by the care package. So there's a good combination of using her ultimate as well as using her DOC drone where you're out in the open and there's not really another option. So definitely recommend that. Other than that, it's just basically remembering that your teammates will benefit from getting upgraded items as well. And it's got a fair long cooldown because you're getting yourself free loot, a bit like Loba's ultimate where you get free loot. So it's pretty strong in terms of gameplay, in terms of what's possible in the game as well. So I know this has definitely saved me a few times. I've called it down and I've managed to get the exact thing I needed right at the end of the game. It's really made the difference between me and that last trio to then go on and get the dub. The Legends, she really works with quite well. Bearing in mind that this legend was designed to then help other legends. Okay, so if you take a look at Lifeline as one of the original 6, originally you have, Bloodhound, Gibraltar, Lifeline, Pathfinder, Wraith, Bangalore, and you could buy Caustic, Mirage, and Octane in Season 2. So already she was really good with Gibraltar. He would drop his dome and then he'd just drop the drone inside the dome, and that would be like free healing cover, and it was absolutely brilliant. And now that's also a possible thing with the revives as well. If Gibraltar drops his dome, you drop the revive. That's going to protect your reviving teammates, and you don't have to worry anymore because she now longer has that revive shield. Another important thing to consider with Lifeline when thinking about other legends is also that Lifeline doesn't really have any mobility. That was probably one of the biggest negative for Lifeline, is the fact that she doesn't have a way to be faster across the map, to rotate faster, or to gain verticality any faster than other legends. So you really want to pair her with someone like Pathfinder or Wraith or maybe Horizon or maybe Valkyrie that can get her around the map, that can get her to where she needs to be, because she's not going to be able to do that. If you want to be helping your Lifeline out who's on your team and really getting the maximum out of her kits, then maybe use someone like Bangalore as well. You can drop the smoke when you're using the ultimate and that comes down, so you're less vulnerable to snipers or people who've seen that come down and then want to poke you while you're trying to get that free loot. That also again works with Gibraltar, but it also works with someone like Rampart as well. I've noticed also that in arenas, Watson and Lifeline make a really great combo because it's often less pushy, it's often more pokey, and therefore having somebody that's healing your shield and somebody that's healing your health at the same time could be kind of pretty useful if you're out of resources and you did just get hit by that longbow headshot. And then, of course, if we look at someone like Octane for the rotations as well, and Lifeline can be there to revive the Octane when he frags in, gets knocked, and comes back out. Same for Revenant as well. A Revenant Octane Lifeline push is actually really, really strong, because when you get sent back to the totem, that drone is going to heal you up nice and quickly because you've only got half your health to go, and you've already got your shield, and you can get straight back into the fight or be ready for that team to push you now, because, of course, we now know where Revenant drops that totem after the recent change to send out the pulse. Time to finish off with other items that may benefit Lifeline. Of course, when it comes to gold items, there's always debate about which legend should carry which item. Of course, Lifeline should be carrying the gold backpack because of her revive and getting the half health, half shield, and then possibly the gold helmet so she can get her care package quicker. However, if you are using gold helmets, that of course is something that really should be passed around the legends throughout the game based on who needs that ultimate next. So don't try and hog that one too much. And then combining the gold backpack with the gold knockdown shield means that she can revive herself because she can't revive herself with the drone in the same way, and she'll get her health back. So those two in combination are always a good idea. The gold armor is a tricky one with Lifeline because she already has a drone which will heal her, but obviously having the gold armor is going to give her the fast heals, which will be feeling more like she felt back in Season 0, which was really, really awesome. So that one is, if you haven't got somebody that's going to really frag out and go nuts and charge in, I mean, they're the people that should wear the gold armor, but you could also wear it as well if you want to keep your Lifeline alive for as long as possible, or maybe she wants to use the drone for her teammates rather than herself and she wants to conserve that. That's maybe an option to use the gold armor, but it's not essential on the Lifeline. And that's going to do it for today for our Lifeline quick guide. I hope it made you think about her in a slightly different way. Please comment down below if not. If I really did miss a really amazing tip, I'd love to hear it because I'm starting to play her more and I'm really learning a lot more about her. And most importantly, really, really enjoying the legend. And I still haven't really found my main, but this could be it. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. Check out the rest of my channel. And as always, grow strong, learn fast, and always be kind.